Hello guys, I think we're up and running. Ooh, that glares a bit much. Hang on. Got to make some minor lighting adjustments. So, fortunately, the only place I can do this is downstairs. My kitchen. But it'll do. Anyway. Alright. Yeah, that's better. Okay, just see. Yep, sorry again, I've had to do this on my phone. Because my laptop, for whatever reason, I can't get the camera working. I don't know what's up with it, but it's also an old girl. She old, so I think she's reaching her point at this moment. So we're going to work with what we've got. Anyway, guys, welcome. Obviously, you can see by this title, this is the long-awaited live stream. I know I probably said this a few weeks ago, but yeah, it's been a time. Like, I've been a bit back and forth with this cosplay, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, yeah, I think sometimes you just don't have the motivation, and more so I've not had the time recently. And like, I have 2 days off during the week, one's on a weekend, so usually I end up doing things. So I'm using my day to day to do things. But so I can actually show you what you're here for. So we have some progress. Also, side note, got my washing machine in the background, so again, I apologize if you can hear that, but I did put some background music on just to give some kind of mood, I suppose. Yeah, so apologies there, but hopefully you can hear me all right. But yeah, so here we have the base of the wig basically done. So I think, because honestly, I could mess around with this so much, and I have already, but I'm pretty happy with this positioning right now. So the next thing, because really the process isn't long. Like I said, I've got to put hair on these quills and then put the hair over it, and then it's pretty much done. And then I've got to put the ears on. But obviously it's if we don't run into problems in the meantime. Yeah, so I'm definitely happy with how the top ones look. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do them first. Again, apologies if we don't get very far today. But again, I promised I was going to do this and show you guys more of the process, so here we are. There will also... Hello? Oh, okay. Oh, of course, there's going to be ads as well. Never mind. There will also... I am putting together a video where hopefully I'll show everything of the whole cosplay, and that'll be out, obviously, when it's finished. We've got over just a month till con now in October. And yeah, we're pretty much 80% done with the whole thing. The costume, like I may have mentioned before, isn't actually going to take a whole lot. I have hit one snag, but it can be changed, hopefully. Actually, have I got the chat up? I don't think I do. Hang on. I'm still getting used to how this works. I think I can see it. Chat to the top. All messages, please. Thank you. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, so, yeah, what was I saying? I've lost track. Yeah, so one snag with the costume. Hopefully the wig should be fine. Like, I didn't feel like I had much problem with Shadow, and out of the two of them, I would have said Shadow was the more complex. So, yeah, we're going to dive straight in. Anyway, so just a bit of backtrack. So, this is a Coscraft wig. It's what I use for Shadow, and this is in a lovely cobalt blue. And I got, funny enough, the foam near enough to match. I mean, it looks pretty much matching on camera, which is cool. Yeah, and we have wefts to match as well. And honestly, for the amount you get, I'm sure this is like 2 or 3 meters nearly enough. And I didn't even use all of them with Shadow, so I'm sure I will have some left over. How does this thing open? Oh, it's twisted at the bottom. Yeah, well, we're just going to rip it. So yeah, again, I don't know how far we'll get with this, but it's all progress. So, but yeah, you can see these beautiful straight wefts, this lovely hair. It's amazing. So, but yeah, I think we'll start with just the top ones. I don't imagine I'll get one finished because I'll only do this for a few hours. Oh, I'm very, very sorry to hear that. I just read that comment. Very sorry. So I think we'll start from the outside. You just literally, so pretty sure the positioning, you can see it's kind of curved in, so and it's very, very sturdy. So hopefully this process should go smoothly, they say. It's, yeah. But yeah, it's funny because I'd never done this process before, and I just jumped straight into it, and obviously it worked before, so we're gonna do it again. Like I said, I apologise if you can hear my washing machine in the background there. Oh, I've just thought of something. Hang on, 1 second. Sorry. Be literally 2 seconds. Hang on. That might help. I forget there's an actual door. We have a small utility room off to the side where it is, and it's got a door that we don't really use, but obviously that probably helped a lot. I'm also going to apologise if I get into the zone almost, because I will need some concentration to actually do this. But hope you guys are all labu labu. Do you know? I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I don't really want one. And it's weird because when they first came out, going very off topic here, I would have thought they'd be something I'd be interested in. But then I don't know if it's just the popularity they got soon after. I was just like, yeah, it's cool, you know. Oh god, this hair's beautiful. I'm in love with this colour. It's amazing. And I just need to. So basically, as you can see, it's all like straight wefts, and I'd never worked with hair before any of this, so I have no idea. But usually you're meant to sew these in to like wigs to make them either longer or add more to it. But what I'll literally be doing, I'll be cutting sections and sticking them onto the foam and hoping for the best. Because this is obviously the first layer, and a layer you technically won't see, but I think it will give something. It gives something for the hair on top to attach to more. So we're going to go with that. So I'm just going to lay you out like that. Also, with the help of this amazing discovery of tacky glue, honestly, this stuff is incredible. It's literally, as it says, it's an all-purpose adhesive. It's non-toxic, so it's great to work with, and I'm forever glad that I found it. So, literally just gonna bite the bullet and go for it as it is. How are we all doing, guys? I am sorry about ASJR. I did see your comment, and I really am sorry to hear that. Oh, there it is. I was like, where's the chat? It's right there. But yeah, I will mostly be in the zone, but I will check messages. I don't know if you can hear that background music as well. Like, my phone is literally pressed up against the computer speaker, so I apologise if it's too loud. I did try and turn it down. Great, now I can't get the lid off. Yeah, and I find it better to actually take the lid off and work with this. Although in saying that, it might be easier to do it this way. So yeah, so literally we've got the, and I'm going to start from the top and work round. Okay. Yeah, but this is a very tedious process, to be fair. But I feel like if I really went for it, I could probably get this done in a couple of days. So I also use a little spatula tool just to help spread it so it's not too thick. And I even like water it down to, I've lost the weft. Even water it down to like help it stick. So, actually I covered the whole thing, didn't I? But yeah, so like we have a month till I get this complete in the meantime. So we should be fine. I said the only snag I've hit currently with the entire cosplay is the quills for the back are a bit heavy for the actual bodysuit. So, and my original thing was to do what I did for Shadow, which is have magnets and then take them on and off. But it looks like I might have to actually attach them to the bodysuit so that they stay on. Apologies if you can't really see what I'm doing. I'll show you once I get it all in. Essentially, it is just literally sticking hair to foam. And I am amazed at the colour. It's amazing. You know what? If I stand that up for a minute, I'm going to have to... I don't think it's going to stay. I'll just have to do that. Stay there. No, it's not. Oh, bloody ads. Turn it a little bit. Skip the ad. We don't like the ad. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, literally, just like that. Stick it on, and we got to do that for the whole thing. Again, it's probably not necessary, but I thought it was a good idea. And like I said, never done this before, so just need this to come off. Get it off. It's probably because when I used it last time, I didn't wipe all the glue off the rim, and now it's stuck. Typical. Whenever you need something to work, it never does. I can't get a grip on this. Come on, friend, help me out. Not okay. BRB. Gotta find something to grip this with. There we go. Oh shit, I actually can't get this off. This is embarrassing. Hello guys. Thanks for joining me. I know it's a bit early, so I imagine a lot of people are still at work, or obviously if you're in another country, I think it's still early in America. I'm not too into that. Oh, are you kidding me? I actually can't get this off. Am I actually going to be in trouble now? Because if I can't get it off, I can't get enough out to, or it's going to be a long process to get enough out to... I think I should just do this the really awkward way. Sorry guys, just a bit of concentration for a second. Right, so the good thing with this stuff, it's non-toxic, so you can use it for pretty much anything. Oh god, that's annoying. I don't know why. Because I swear I got it off before. Now I can't. But I don't think I'm going to get it off. No, I can't get a grip. This is literally like what it is like behind the scenes. It's a mess. You know, people like to see like perfection and everything sort of going well, but it's really not. It's really not how it works. But that should be all right. Just a nice thin layer to get it all in place. And just got to taper the ends off. And I'll cut this down, and then I'll use what's left of this so that none of it goes to waste when I do use it. So if I just move you to the side for a minute. Over here. Okay. But I had, like I said, I've been sort of putting this off for a while, and I was like, yeah, I keep meaning to do it, and then I said I'd do it on stream, so here we are. Thing is, I don't know why I feel more apprehensive about this one than I did with Shadow, and like I said, Shadow was the more complex of the two because I had to add the highlights and, you know, the different style shaped quills, but I don't know what it is with this one. I'm just a bit more like, and I should know what I'm doing this time, but I don't, so actually I'm just gonna tilt that down a bit more. There we go. Just don't want the phone to fall. Also, to speed up the process, I'm going to have to use a hairdryer. So again, sorry for the noise if you don't like that kind of thing. But otherwise, this glue takes really long to dry, and we don't really have the time for that, so. This may work out better than I thought, actually, because even with me using black foam last time for Shadow. Oh, hello, what's this? Your any tips on making the quills with wire? In the process of making Shadow weird, and I'd love some tips. That's an interesting one, because, yeah, when I was looking to do mine, I did check into all the different types of ways of doing it, and someone did do, I think they used wire base, sort of like, almost like a skeleton. So I think the wire was like, you know, 3 strands and then sort of ones around, and then they used some sort of plastic over it. I don't know. And then I'm not sure if they added wig hair, but it looked quite complex, to be honest. But only one thing I'd say with wire is, I'd say one, it's a bit fiddly and sometimes it can be too heavy, but yeah, that could be quite an interesting way of doing it, to be honest. And wire is also very flexible, so depending on how you build it, even if it's like, I'm trying to say, basically, because I think if you're whacked into something, maybe the wire would bend, depending how well you like packed it out. Sorry, I'm just gonna put this on again. Stupid ads. If I could afford YouTube Premiere, I would, but just more money. Yeah, no. So yeah, there's thousands of ways you could do it, but yeah, I mean, never thought about using wire. That would be interesting. I guess my tip would be maybe make a small version first, like a test one, and then see how that goes from there. Because definitely I would try not to jump into making anything too big unless you're pretty certain that it's going to work, because then obviously that wastes materials and time and everything. So, excuse me. But yeah, no, I'd be very interested to see how to make that work. I just whacked the link. You stay there. That's the other one. What did I do with the clip? Oh, I left it in there. Another one in there so you don't fall. Yeah. I mean, obviously, like I said, I used foam because it's quite lightweight, but some people just use hair, like if you're confident to use that, because, you know, it's probably more, what's the word? I don't know where I was going with that, but basically, yeah, I mean, some people use hair. I just went for this because, like I said, it seemed like the more sturdier method. But it's what works for you, honestly. It's open to interpretation. I didn't mean to cut it that short, that's fine though. So yeah, first part done. Now we just got to keep going. But it's always good to experiment and try new things. But yeah. I'm trying to think what other ones I saw. It was definitely just wig hair, which people can just style into the quills. Obviously, like I said, using a foam base with hair on top. I feel like there's one I'm forgetting. It's not warbler. I don't know what it's called. I mean, yeah, you could use like a wire base and then pack it out with maybe some stuffing or something just to give it shape, or maybe a bit more weight to it. But sometimes it is just trial and error, unfortunately. You have to experiment. And also, like, more like what's affordable as well, like for you. That's definitely something I would recommend. But then, you know, that shouldn't stop you from trying new things like this, like purely this for me. Never imagined in a million years I'd be styling a wig like this. Wig styling is something I try and avoid at all costs, in all honesty. All my actual proper styled wigs are from other people, and I fully credited them for it. But I would never attempt to do it myself, which is probably a flaw on my part, but yeah, I'm not keen on it. You know what, actually, I'm going to save these bits and then use them later. So now I'll just cut away from the, because these bits need to be a bit thick, so. You guys can see what I'm doing yet. In the games. Yeah, do you know what? I debated making a helmet wig. I actually, well, truthfully, I found out about it after I'd already started, so I was like, oh, well, it's a bit late to go back now. But yeah, helmet wigs are definitely, because one, it would probably fit you a lot better. That's more to the point. With that, you definitely can test it. I mean, because obviously you got to get it so it fits your head, but it's essentially like making a mold that then fits perfectly to you. So just concentration. Fair enough. And it also depends when you want it done for. If you've got the time to experiment, that is also a bonus. And well done for saving as well. I usually just go for it. I'm like, yeah, it's not going to cost that much, and then the bill later. Yeah, do you know, I didn't really look into the process much, so I'm not entirely sure how you make a helmet wig, but obviously it's got to be based off your head, so I imagine you make a mold of some kind. But obviously once you've got that, you've got like a proper firm solid base for the wig to sit on, and therefore you can build up from there. Like I said, I debated making one for this, just so as well it's more sturdy, because once you take the wig off the wig head, the inside does kind of collapse in on itself, but it still works out fine for me. It makes storing it not too bad either, so. No, it's not, actually. So, yeah, this one, under this, is just a normal wig. There's, like, no reinforcement under it whatsoever, which, if I were to, well, actually, I'm saying this, I kind of want to do Fleetway Sonic as well, which will involve making a complete new wig, in which case I might use a helmet wig. But I think what I'd do, I'd make the helmet piece and then, again, just stick the normal wig on top so it's, like, in one place, and then once that's on, I know that it's in place, because one thing with this is I've had to, even though it's on a wig head, I've had to keep kind of taking it on and off to just make sure it's right on my head. So yeah, things to be learned. But no, it is not a helmet wig. But maybe I will attempt that in the future. Hair dry going on. Don't mind me. As long as you get it somewhat dry so it stays in place. Scissors. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd still go for it. I mean, even if, like, you practice to do it for maybe another time, but you could always, yeah, go for the helmet wig. And then if that doesn't work out, maybe then go for another. Because you always, like I say, with things like this, you kind of do just have to, and I'm learning this, you do have to just kind of go for it sometimes and hope for the best. Because realistically with me, if the wig hadn't worked out, I wouldn't have done the cosplay. And really... because the costume itself didn't take much, so I was like, well, obviously the wig is the big thing. So I was kind of just doing this, hoping for the best. And it's like, well, as long as you take your time and, you know, do your research and, yeah, literally just go with your gut as well, then you really can't go wrong. Like, there was also a time I never thought I'd work with foam. Like, that to me seemed like impossible. And yet, here I am, nearly 10 years later, doing this, so... So, I mean, you can even see there, this almost blends into the foam perfectly, so... Very good choice on colour. Oh, I might as well show you as well, just because they're here. have my ears as well. These I bought from con last year. I forgot what bloody year we're in. This was from Hyper Japan in July. And it was so good to actually see a pair of ears, because, you know, trying to buy them online sometimes is something. It is slightly off color. I mean, you can probably see from there. It's a darker, more royal blue, which a lot of people do go for. I might try and change the color slightly. Not too sure how, but otherwise I can live with that. But yeah, that's also something I'm not good at, making ears. I'm gonna leave that just in case. Thank you very much, and I'm glad I can help in some way. Because, I mean, that's how any of us learn anything. We literally just... Because, you know, getting a bit deep here, but there was a time when you think about it, and it's like cosplay secrets and that were all like very much like hush hush. No one wanted to share any of their kind of like techniques or anything. Whereas nowadays everyone's like, yeah, like show your progress and all that. And it's just fun as well to like look back on, for me personally. You look back and see the progress you made and you learn something from it. But yeah, I think it's definitely important for everyone to share and ask for advice and stuff. I have to say, since making my shadow, I've had loads of people on Instagram. Side note as well, yeah, I hit 2K on Instagram as well, which I'm like just shocked by. The amount of people, yeah, have come to me asking for advice on things, and I'm just there like, I literally made this up almost as I went along. I don't feel like worthy enough to tell people like what they should and shouldn't be doing with their cosplays, which I don't. I just obviously tell them what I did, and then if that works for them, then that works. But most of the time I have to say, I'm like, yeah, I'm literally just made it up. I took inspiration from other people as well, which I'm always more than willing to like recognize, because where would we be without our cosplay senpais? Right. So when it comes to the curves, this is when it starts to get a bit iffy. Yeah. Bloody ad score-y. Yeah, but like I said, even with this, like, I'm excited, but I've been putting it off for so long. But really, it won't take me long at all if I get it all right the first time. It's just, it is a bit finicky. But thank you to those who have joined me so far, even if it's just a peek in. I appreciate that all the same. And like I also mentioned, if you are here after the fact, hope this helps you in some way. But like I said, I will be making a full video of this when I've finished it. That might be out before con. Who knows? Just check I didn't miss any messages. Oh really? I'm a bit surprised by that. Yeah, some people, yeah, they're just a bit funny about sharing their secrets, and I'm like, I don't really get it. Like, it's not like you really, well, to me, I don't think anyone invented, you know, the way to do these things. But, it probably, yeah, to be fair, it's probably still an issue for some people. It's like, not to get into it, but it's like when the whole thing about people think they own certain characters, like they cosplay certain characters, and it's like, well, no one can do it better than me. And it's like, you do realize you didn't create the character, right? It's someone else's, but again, that's a whole other thing that we will not go into. There's still some issues within the cosplay community, that's a given, but we all got to try and do our bit, I think. That's just how I see it. And at the end of the day, all doing this out of fun, I would have thought. So why not help each other out? So weird working with hair. So I hope you can see what I'm doing. It gets a bit weird when it starts coming to the curve because you get bits like, so it started up here but it's now worked its way all the way down here. So you can spread the hair out, make it work. Oh, you never know. You practice enough and people take notice. I mean, like I said, I generally didn't expect the kind of feedback and positive feedback I got from doing my shadow. I literally was like, yeah, I'll do what I normally do, or basically I wanted to share more of the process and show you, like, because you see some good TikToks about it, and I just wanted to share more of the process, and I just never really comprehended the kind of feedback I would get. People, asking me questions about this and how I did that, and I was just like, oh, I just went with it because I just enjoy making things, It's just really that simple. Okay, hair dry going on. Excuse me. Oops, we have a stray. Yeah, we'll be lucky, I think, if we get this one finished in a few hours, because it's been 45 minutes already, but, we're getting there. Thank you. I don't really like to boast, as it were, but I think it would definitely be one of my crowning achievements thus far, because I just generally had no idea how it was going to turn out, and I just did this process literally hoping for the best, and then it turned out like that, and I was like, okay. Literally, I was just a bit surprised with myself, really, but that's what comes from taking some chances sometimes, because I just kept thinking, oh god, am I really going to do this? Am I really going to try and tackle a wig? But then I was like, I'm comfortable working with foam, so I thought, well, I can do that and then go from there. Just keeping the spares glue on me. But thank you, I do really appreciate that. It's part of why I do this. So. But yeah, I mean, without being hitting 2K recently, I was also like, what? That's insane. Because again, I just do this for fun. I don't really have a particular goal in mind, but it kind of surprises me when I actually do get them. If that makes any sense. Ooh. Skip the ad, please. Thank you. But yeah, we're probably gonna have this for OctoberCon in London. I'm only doing the one day this time, which is a bit weird for me. I'd normally make a whole weekend out of it, but my friends wanted to save some money, and I was like, yeah, that's probably a good idea. So we're doing the one day, but I'm actually, you know what, I'm not gonna lie as well, it feels like a good year to be a Sonic fan. I don't know if that's just because I'm a Sonic fan now, but it feels like things have been popping up left, right, and centre, and I'm just like, is this just because I know about it now, or is it literally because there's, you know, it's sort of boosted popularity in the last few years or so? But yeah, so if people don't know, two Sonic voice actors will be coming. One is Jason Griffith, he's done Shadow, Sonic, and Jet. I believe the first two from mostly the Sonic X series, and then Jet from like the games. I found that funny when I found out Jet was actually voiced by Sonic as well, and I was like, that makes quite a lot of sense. Yeah, so he's coming, and also Silver's voice actor, I believe. I don't know if it's got to be from 06, because that was the only time he was really featured, or maybe Forces. I could be wrong, but yeah, so they'll be coming, and in the whole time I've been to con, I've never paid money to get, God, gotta think about what I'm saying here, sorry. Basically, for the voice actors and celebrities, basically, that have come to con, I've never really felt the need to try and get any autographs or anything from them. More so because there's never been anyone I was like, oh yeah, I would definitely pay money to like get them, get an autograph or something from them. Probably the only one was David Tennant, but he generally was like, it was just too expensive. I just couldn't justify it. Even though his son was there as well, which was annoying. But you know, it's one of those things, and I don't like regret it, so it's fine. But yeah, no, when I heard when they announced that Sonic voice actors, I was literally like, is this just weird fate that I'm now into Sonic and these people are like popping up? And I have to say, it wasn't, I can't remember actually how much, but it wasn't all that expensive. So yeah, I'm going to meet Jason Griffith, which I feel like I've not fully processed yet. Like, I knew who he was before I got into Sonic, actually, which sounds weird, but yeah. And then I was like, oh shit, yeah, he does Sonic, and I'm like, yay. So I've paid to get a little pop figure signed by him, a Sonic one actually, because obviously Shadow would be my go-to, and even Jet actually, like, underrated character. But I thought, hey, I'll get Sonic, and I'll be in Sonic cosplay, so you know, I thought that made sense. Yeah, so that's exciting, and that'll be all on Friday. And then I also have Sonic Con in November, which is in London this time. So apparently it's been held before elsewhere, and I was like, again, what are the chances of that now that I'm a Sonic fan? Again, am I only just knowing of these things because I'm looking for Sonic stuff, or is it literally just popping up because I'm a Sonic fan now? That's weird logic. Hairdryer. Do I use a template? Ah, there's a story. So when I did Shadow, I literally drew some shapes onto a piece of paper and then worked a way out to make foam out of that. But bearing in mind when you do that, obviously when you're working with flat paper, that's like a 2D image, whereas obviously if it's 3D, you have to bear in mind it needs curves and needs to all fit together. So it was a bit of a hit and miss process. So I literally, drew the shapes for the quills, cut those bits out of foam, and then just sort of worked them together to see what I needed to make to just make up the bits sort of in between. But since then, I have learned. So this time for these quills, I actually made a 3D little model. This will all be in my video as well, just to let you know, but I made literally a little 3D model out of tin foil, which, still works as long as you get a 3D image that you can look at, make sure it's the right size, length, and everything. Once I had that done, you wrap that up in cling film, wrap that in duct tape, and then you draw out your pattern on that, and then you cut that out, and then you get a little template like that. Again, it's difficult when working with things that curve, but if it's around a 3D image, the pattern will be more accurate, basically. So yes, I learnt that. I'm going to control that, right? Excuse me. That's really hot. The only thing with this is be careful about touching it, because if the glue's not dry, it'll get all tacky, which is what I've been trying to avoid. Thank you. Like I said, because I promised I would do live streams while the process is in progress. But I did want to try to make a full video, because I didn't do that with Shadow actually, which kind of regret, but you just get so caught up in the process sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, I said I wanted to share this, and then I get caught up in what I'm doing and then forget to show it. But hopefully I explain it well enough. And again, if I don't, people ask questions, and I'll clarify as much as I can. So. Now, who knows, I might be lucky and get this done. See if I can work any faster. Same problem with this, stray hairs. It was a mess. But I have to admit also, on a side note, I'm going to say this, but I think this might be one of the last cosplays I work on for a while, at least, because even doing this, I've had to spread it out over several months, and, it's just how things are. But really, I kind of looking at the money I'm spending, even on a budget, and like me trying to be as, I guess, cheap as possible, and it's still a lot. And, again, as much as I enjoy this, I think sometimes I do need to slow down a bit, and actually, as well, get a bit more out of the cosplays that I make. Like, there's a few that I've worn more than once, which is bad to say. I always try and bring them back, but, and especially since I'm doing one day this year, it's like I can't, because I would do a different costume for a different day, so, yeah. we'll have to see. So yeah, I wanted to make the most out of this, really. Trying Thank you, but shush. I mean, it says this is YouTube friendly. I don't even know if you can hear it. I think just shove that over a bit. Let's see the volume button. Just turn it up a little bit. Hopefully that's okay. I'm sure YouTube will let me know otherwise. So yeah, I'll be doing this probably for a couple of hours yet, because I'm currently home by myself, but I do live with my family, and yeah, so maybe another hour at most. I may even have to cut it short depending who walks in the door, because you never know. But like I said, I promised I was going to do this, and I am. I probably will still do another few as well, because, you know, like I said, my days off are the only days I can really work on this anyway, so it'll probably be just literally like picking up where I left off. Although, if I'm on a roll with this, I might just try and finish this one at least tonight, if I don't get it done in the meantime. Do I want to... yeah, I think I'll start using these, because they'll make up a bit more. Okay, hang on. No. Just for the top bit, I think it's worth sticking to these. Make sure you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Sounds very French, this music. It's just backgrounds. Because normally when I'm working, I like to play videos or stuff in the background, but obviously I'm... Oh, that is a good question. Is Yoo-hoo good for phone? Yoo-hoo good for phone? Right, so, again, when I first tried this on Shadow, Yoo-hoo glue was the first thing I tried. I would not recommend it though, purely because it's actually, it says it's not toxic, but the smell is quite bad, I have to say personally. So I would say if you are going to use it, definitely use a respirator for one. Also, I found, unlike this, so this dries clear, whereas Yoo-hoo glue has more of a shine to it. So again, depending how you want to look, it definitely stuck to it, I would say that much. But I would definitely recommend this as a non-toxic sort of choice. I mean, it's got no smell. It's like okay if you get it on your hands and that. So I would say yes, but not my first choice personally. But again, if you can, if it's the look you want to go for, it's what you've got as well. definitely. Yeah, I'd recommend this tacky glue. I mean, this is the larger one, so it might be more expensive, but if you get a good use out of it, definitely. But yeah, I used actually, no, I don't think I had the Yoo-hoo glue already. I think I did buy it specifically to try it out, and I put the first layer on, and it stuck, but like I said, it just seemed like too shiny for me, and the smell was quite strong as well. So again, if you want to use it, I'd say it will work. Yeah, definitely. Just definitely wear a mask when you're using it, or in an open space. Hair dryer, excuse me. Oh, that's hot. If you don't put it up high enough, it won't stick. Oh, if that's the case, then yeah, I'd recommend this. Like, it's pretty durable, especially if you do it in thin layers. Like, one, it will dry quicker, and I think it will help it stick better. I don't know if my family members might start turning up in a minute. Like, I think I just realised my sister tends to finish quite early, so you may or may not hear us talking briefly, but she will not stick around. I'll just let her know what I'm doing. But we're like nearly halfway done with this one, and I just realised I didn't cut all that hair off. Yeah, so I mean, you can see, pretty much blends in once you get it. It just got a nice texture to it. In fact, it matches so much. I've not seen that it like hasn't covered it all perfectly, but still good. This bottom bit. Excuse me. Actually, I'm trying to think where I saw. Who was using this? Sarah Spaceman. Definitely recommend checking her blogs out. They're just, one, really entertaining. Like, she's just got such a good personality, basically. I like her videos, but she's done a lot of inspiring cosplay videos, more to do with sewing, which again is an area I would never touch personally, but I enjoy watching it. But yeah, I think she used tacky glue on a wig herself. If I remember correctly, she was making a spiral wig, and she found a way to stick the hair, like make a foam base, stick the hair on, and then twirl it around. So yeah, that's where I think it came in for me, because I was just, looking up ways. Well, I did go searching specifically for Sonic and Shadow wigs, but again, there aren't many like tutorials about it, mainly. More so like reels and stuff, but yeah. And I just use a combination of stuff I find and what works for me, and bada bing, bada boom, as they say. But I'm more than certain I'm going to have loads of these wefts left. But I'd rather have more than not enough. Got hair everywhere. God. It's just from brushing it out. It's stuck to something. What was it stuck to? Oh, me. Get off. I know you can't see it, but there's just literally a mass of hair. Oh, the joys. Yeah, and as we go up, you see they get sort of shorter and shorter, which is fine. Just be using the others probably for the other side, just to save. But let me know if that music is a bit too loud, because like I said, my thing is literally right by the speakers. So I don't want YouTube coming for me, please. And then once these are all glued down, I'll put the ends, actually glue them on the inside, just to give them, make sure they're stable. Yeah. But you know, once you get into the process, it's really quite relaxing. Just get on with it and it goes well. Hey, dryer. Although it probably won't be anytime soon, I'm also looking to get a new laptop, so hopefully I'll be able to do my streams on a wider screen, because I know currently it's a bit short. But, you know, again, you got to work with what you got. But I feel like a lot of people say, well, why would you bother streaming if you haven't got the right stuff? And it's like, I mean, that's not always the point, but hey ho. No, it would only be a few people. It's good this stuff as well, like before it dries, you can mould it with water as well. Just thinking, in other news, also one thing as well, so I'm still working on another animatic, and again, I'm overwhelmed and forever grateful for all the positive feedback I've received on those, because I was very apprehensive about putting them up, because it's like, not really for the content, more just because I haven't done that thing or shared that sort of stuff for a long time. And also YouTube gets a bit funny when it's like, well, what is your content? Like, what are you posting? It doesn't really make sense to like do more than one thing. And it's like, well, that kind of defeats the object, don't you think? But hey ho. I don't make the rules for YouTube. You gonna stay there? Okay, cool. Hair dryer. 1 sec. yeah, so I want to get that done. I want to get one done for October to have something for the spooky season. It's not very long though, so it should be done soon. But you know, I've got to try and get this done first. Got this hair everywhere now. What's this? Oh no, I broke it. It couldn't handle me clicking on it. My poor laptop is so old. So old. Hopefully it'll hold out for me to get this all finished. One for that final bit. Yeah, so we may get this one done if we're lucky. Yeah, also I feel like with these kind of live streams, there's, you know, you kind of just get caught up in what you're doing. Not really all that entertaining, but yet again, I promised I would actually show this in real time, so I'll make it work. That's the problem with these ones, you get all that stray hair. And once I cut the bits off, I just glue them, so hopefully they'll become one piece. Hairdryer. And this glue comes off really easily, like once you get it, if you get it on you. I'm glad I started this because I was starting to stress out a bit about time and that. So like I say, we have over a month, but time's already gone so quick. I can't even believe we're mid-September now. It's like, what the hell? Like, where did that time go? I don't understand. Is that going to be good enough? Yeah, I'll be fine. Just tiny bit bigger. On another note, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Things are going okay for you. And that if you're working on anything, it's all going well. Even if you're not, that's cool as well. Need to fill up on the water, I think. my advice would be, I mean, I am slightly rushing this a bit, like I'm using the hairdryer to help speed it up, but not like all the way. But I would definitely like wait for it to properly dry before putting another layer on. So guys, you got any questions other than cosplay stuff within reason? I'm happy to answer. You just want to get to know me better. Even with all this, I do consider myself quite a private person, but you know, doesn't hurt to ask, I guess. But I will, if I don't want to answer, I will refuse. So simple as. Okay, I'm just going to quickly get some more water. Don't put that down, otherwise I'll get stuck in the glue. Oh, absolutely no problem. If you want to ask about cosplay, go for it. Just saying, well, yeah, any questions are valid, by all means. How do you attach the quill to wig after you're done? So, I used hot glue. Purely because, and I actually ended up doing this, if you heat hot glue up enough, even after it's set, you can take it off. And with shadow, I positioned them on, and then I ended up moving the top one up further, but if I had stuck it on permanently with glue, I would have been a bit screwed, basically. So, yeah, I used hot glue, personally. Obviously, the only downside, a lot of people refrain from using hot glue on cosplays because they have quite a low heat point. So, like, if it's really hot in the summer, I wouldn't be surprised if things start falling off your cosplay. But with this, it's reinforced. Like, that's literally just to keep it on. Obviously, it's reinforced by the hair that's already stuck onto it, so it's really not going anywhere. I didn't do a throw test, literally just in case, because I imagine if you bash it about enough, it's going to come off or going to ruin it. But it's pretty dang sturdy, to be fair. Like, so just excuse me while I just grab some water. Only like 2 seconds. But yeah, hot glue would be my advice. Is that enough water? Yeah, that'll do. Just a little bit more. A bit thinner. Oh, I gotta say, since moving here, having this island space to do this is great. I do most of the work in my room, but obviously this is nice to kind of actually sit down because I don't have a desk or anything in my room, so this works very nicely. Still end up leaving my cosplay bits around, but hey, it's out of the way of everyone else, so, you know. Add, please, skip, thank you. Right. Would have been possible if you go over the hot glue after you're done so it won't melt. That's an interesting thought, actually. Or, yeah, because you could use it. Yeah, if you put like a maybe thinnish layer so that it's then stuck on, and then, yeah, reinforce it with some proper glue after. That could also work. I don't know what glue you'd use, though. I guess maybe Yoo-hoo? Oh, no, not Yoo-hoo. What's the other one I'm thinking of? Because I have impact glue, which you use for the foam, but again, that is slightly toxic. So wouldn't recommend using it. And I don't know how it would work on hair. So, because I think it's not recommended for fabrics. I could be wrong. I've never tried it on. No, that's a lie. I have tried it on fabrics, just to stick things down. But yeah, no, definitely reinforce it any way you can. That would be a good shout. Hair dry up. It's hard not to try and touch the others. A bit, my friend. How long, God? I think as of this year. Let me do the maths here. Hang on a second. So what are we in 2025? I want to say I started cosplaying because I started going to con. I'm sure it was 2010, and I remember my friends saying, "Oh yeah, like people do dress up," and I was quite determined to be one of those people. I was like, "Well, I don't want to like stick out," and I think all my friends planned to do it as well. So I want to say it's since then. It's either 2010 or 2012 latest. So by that count, it's been, I can do maths, hang on, 2010, it can't be 15 years, can it? That sounds crazy. But even if it's 2012, oh damn, yeah, so over 10 years. Like, I feel like I've said 10 years for a long time, and it's like, no, it's definitely more than that now. I've had my YouTube channel for just about 10 years or more. And I didn't always have that, I think, when I first started cosplaying. But yeah, it's got to be, I'd say at least 12 years now. But I'd say it's been less than that since I've actually started making cosplays, more so like foam props and stuff like that. Best to start from the top again, I think. Hey, so we managed to finish one side. I'll show you a bit closer, actually. Yeah, you see, and it blends in really well. There are some gaps that I probably will go back in on, to be honest. Yeah, so nearly 12 years. And definitely learned a lot in that time, because obviously I started off just buying cosplays of characters. I never really bothered about makeup or anything like that. Very like early teen stage. But I think I had just the one cosplay for a while, which was my Tokyo Mew Mew, if anyone knows what that is. We did a reboot recently, but that was very big on Pop Girl channel on TV, and I used to watch it before I used to go to school, and I sound so old right now. Oh yeah, good times. And yeah, I was like, well, if I'm going to cosplay, I might well, I didn't actually even know it was cosplay then. That was how long ago it was. But yeah, like, I don't know how long MCM had been around at that time, but my friend was like, yeah, there's this big convention in London, and they sell loads of anime stuff, and that was really the only place I knew back then that sold anime stuff, or anything remotely, like, and I was still very fresh and new to it. I was like, wow, there's this place you can buy all that stuff, and I remember the first time I went crazy. I bought so many posters, all sorts. I just went a bit nuts. I was just like, I was in heaven. I just remember like, oh my god, there's a place we can go for this kind of thing. Whereas, you know, now it's like, because cosplaying that, to a point, I feel back then used to be like almost, sound harsh, but like a dirty little secret, you know? Or like watching anime, like, you know, just, people didn't really, like, you know, you talked about it, people were like, oh, you're a nerd. To a point, you know. That's still valid, but it just wasn't talked about. People didn't really care for it, and now it's like really a mainstream thing. I thought I heard keys in the door for a second there. I'm gonna have to say, if my family do come in, I might just have to cut this short. But we won't be for another half an hour yet, hour-ish. And they're going out again anyway, so it's like, could just stick around until they're gone. I don't know if I can, I think I could mute it for a bit if you guys don't mind hanging around for a while. Oh, this hair is so lovely. But yeah, it's just a whole different time back then. Generally, it's crazy to see the way things have changed now. And even me saying that, so it makes me sound so old, and I don't like it. Even though I'm not that old. But hey. Oh god, so actually I can bring up a list because I'm sure I've taken pictures in pretty much every single cosplay I've done. But yeah, it's not exclusive to just anime, it's literally been anything, and again, that's at one point seemed not odd, but it was like, oh, you could do this for anything, and it's like, yeah, just anything you're interested in. You know, why not? If you like it enough, why would you not be one of the characters? And here we are. Sorry. Concentration for a second. We're going to have to go over this maybe a couple of times. Bear with me. Just bear with me. Off the top of my head, I know I've done FNAF, I've done Adventure Time, I've done DC Comics, I did Catwoman, I've also done Marvel, I did Black Cat. Where is that list? I can literally name them all off near enough. It is a lot when I think about it. It's a hell of a lot. And there's some, like, I guess you call them cost tests, or closet cosplays, that's it, where you kind of just use what you've got. Done a few of those back in my uni days. I was just like, oh yeah, I have this stuff if I wanted to do this character. I mean, it's not very good, but it's not a full cosplay anyway. second. Right, let's have a look. Nice photos. I have to move that just a second. Bear with me. Let's see past this. Cosplay. Here we go. Right, so yes, we have Adventure Time. I think I did both Marceline and Marshall Lee version. I've done Has Been Hotel. I did Angel Dust. I've done a couple of versions of him. One of the early ones, God, I did Attack on Titan. I did Levi, Aaron. That was a fun time of cosplay, I remember. I mean, it is now, but Arata, where was that from? Was that K Project? Was that one? That was kind of a thrown together one that I did. Never even watched that one. I think it was an anime. But they had some cool characters in it, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to cosplay that because I feel like it. And I think I had a wig for it at the time. I've done... Well, who else we got? Oops. Sorry, concentration mode. Where are we? Yep, done Black Cat from Marvel, Catwoman, so DC. Did a D Greyman, Alan. That was definitely a closet cosplay, I remember that. Done the Good Omens, that was a more recent one. Crowley. So yeah, I've covered quite a lot actually. Like TV, anime. Hair dry out 1 second. This is gonna hurt. Sorry, I know I'm going a bit back and forth here, but yeah, D Greyman. I did. It was a closet cost test of Death from the Puss in Boots Last Wish. That was very spontaneous. Like I had sort of stuff for it, so I was like, yeah, something different. Gravity Falls. I did a Dipper. Did an AU version as well. I can't remember what it was. It's like an adult version, but it was like monster version. Was that one? Can't remember. But I loved Gravity Falls. Still do. I still to this day want to do a Bill Cipher, hence part of my namesake. So, yeah, might get round to that at some point. Who knows? She-Ra, Princesses of Power. I did Double Trouble. That was one of my more complex ones with the body paint, the bodysuit. I worked on that during lockdown, I remember, and that was like, well, actually, I was working on it for con, but then lockdown happened, and I was like, well, I've got time, so I can work on it then. Yeah, so She-Ra, FNAF, I've done all of the Security Breach characters, which I'm quite proud of. Did Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street. It's a long list, guys, so bear with me. Did Ghostface recently. It was last con, October. So I like to sort of plan them in terms of the season, like, you know, the horror ones, and I'm a big horror fan, so yeah, I did Ghostface. Some more obscure ones, like anime ones. There was, I'm not even going to pronounce the name, but it was like this dog anime that I used to watch, basically. It was like, I can't even remember. Oh, God. What's it called? I'm not going to be able to say the name, but it was a dog anime, basically. And I was like, I got time, I'm just going to make myself into a dog. Jesus. Sorry, I got distracted. Did a creepypasta, Laughing Jack, obviously Tokyo Mew Mew, Nick Wilde from Zootopia. I really liked that one. Nightmare Before Christmas, I did for Halloween one year. The list is gone. Internet, why you fail me now? I'm just looking at all my pictures that I just got saved. Yeah, so talk while I put the head right on, duh. Yeah, I've covered quite a lot actually, besides anime. So this one's going a bit funny for some reason. Redo that one, I think. Oh my god, I just panicked then because all the files from my did not appear, so I was a bit more concerned. Yeah, Halloween, I did Harley Quinn. What did I do that one? Oh yeah, I did a gender bend Harley Quinn from the Suicide Squad. I remember I was really invested in making that cosplay. Yeah, I did Princess Mononoke. Did that was like a closet one. Literally, you know, I vividly remember because I used so if you can see on my Instagram way back, it's I took it in my garden. All I had was a wig, some face paint, and some sort of shirt that looked like a cosplay. And then I'd bought what was to become the fur lining for my Fantasy Bakugo cosplay, which was basically this big white rug. But I basically just used that. And I was out in my garden. I remember my friend took pictures. And I'm not going to lie, I look at those pictures like, considering what I had, I was like, they're actually one of my favorites, personally. And again, I wanted to do something different. So yeah, it was just weird, like, think about it. What I had to use or work with. Damn, that's hot. I'll stop the glue from sticking to me. Done a few more obscure ones, like I did this Wendigo, because I was really into like folklore and that at the time, and I was just like, I want to do something again, just different. And I don't know if you could even just call that's just like, it was for Halloween series. Like I was trying to get 4 cosplays done for the month to do, like post one every week, 1 week of each of October. And yeah, I just liked the idea of a Wendigo, so I made this clay mask that I wore, which was really heavy. Didn't think about that, but yeah, that was quite a fun one to do. And yeah, in terms of anime, obviously I've done My Hero, Psycho Pass, Demon Slayer, Tokyo Ghoul. I did like who did I do? Is it Uta? One of the ghouls. And that was fun. Yeah, I've done obviously quite a few from My Hero, different characters. I think I tried to do all of class, well, not all, but mainly most of the main characters from class 1A at one point. Yeah. So yeah, it's just whatever sort of strikes the mood. Sorry, I've rambled on quite a bit there. Come back in. Yeah, found you to the cosplay. Yeah, FNAF. Yeah, FNAF was one of my favorites for sure. Like, I'd still like to do a Foxy from the original, but we'll see. I am actually I'm working on a Springtrap head. I have been for quite a while, but it's got put on side for these guys, because obviously Sonic's taken over my life currently. No shame. Big horror fan. Ghostface and Halloween. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's quite easy, isn't it? Ghostface. Usually you just wear the mask and then get an outfit together. I went as a more feminine version, and I didn't mind so much because my face was covered. I don't normally go for feminine cosplays. It's not really me unless I really like the character. But yeah, actually now looking at the whole list, I've done quite a lot. And you know, again, I tried, some were just sort of a one-off, but they weren't really like a whole outfit. It was more just things thrown together. Yeah, then the big ones I've worked my way up towards. Like, for a long time, my dream cosplay was, obviously once I got into My Hero, it was my Fantasy Bakugo. And I, again, worked on that, I think just towards the end of lockdown. And that required quite a lot of work. But I do want to bring him back again next year because I loved it so much. It's like, so I think that's one of the first big projects I worked on with foam. I think one of my first was Kirishima, actually. I think I actually made like the mask and all the side bits, and I remember following tutorials and just being quite astounded at like what I was doing, because I was just like, I've never done this before. Sorry, loads of loose hair. And I was just like, well, we're gonna have a go. And I had no idea what I was doing, but it worked out in the end. Once again, you just gotta, because you know, I knew I wanted to like improve on my cosplay skills, and obviously everyone was talking about, you know, using foam props and stuff, and I was just marveling at all these people, like, how do they do this? But you know, you got to start somewhere. So I was actually like, well, we'll give it a go, and I'll try something simple or fairly simple, and then, you know, if it doesn't work out, then we know our limits. Because, you know, some people just, it doesn't work for them. They just don't like using those kind of materials, or they just can't really get a grip with them. And that's me probably with like fabrics and sewing and stuff. It sounds good to have like an actual fitted cosplay, but I don't think I could do it. And the thing is, I'm very much a perfectionist, which I think is a big flaw sometimes, because, you know, certain things could probably take so much less time if you just allowed things to go a bit wrong sometimes, but I am not that person. Even with this, it's like, yeah, it's fine, but it could be more perfect. What are we up to? Oh, so it's been nearly 2 hours. Not bad at all. And we may yet finish this in time. But again, you know, even if it's just the one, at least I can show you this process a bit more up close and personal, and just show you how it is. It's just a lot of time and patience, which is just really what it's all about. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Just, someone calling me, so I might give this some this in a minute. This in a minute. What am I even saying? Oh. So I'm trying to concentrate and then my mouth just carries on talking. I'm like, you're not even thinking about what you're saying. But yeah, basically I'll probably try and just get this done and then we'll call it. All right, hairdryer. Yeah, I think that's definitely how I learned too. Because a lot of people can sort of figure things out for themselves. I can probably with small things, but when it comes to big things, I'm like, I want to do it like right, almost, or, you know, better. So I will turn to like more experienced people for advice and stuff. And just like see what they're doing. Get out of here, fly. Right. Got some spare pieces now, which is good to work with. Just trying to keep the loose hair to one side. Just went into the zone there, sorry. yeah, like if you water it down, it's just easier as well to like spread it through. But yeah, it does dry quicker as well. But it gets like right into the hair and like really helps it all stick together. And then, whoops, little spatula just to help spread it all good. And you end up like not using as much glue in terms of like saving materials. Head right. All these extra bits that I'm cutting off will all go to use, so nothing gets wasted. Yes, I do. That's actually where I originally posted my shadow reels. And then I was like, well, actually I can do YouTube shorts as well, so I might as well post them on both platforms. And because I know a lot of people don't have all the platforms, so that's why it's good to have various. It's under the same name. You can, it will be in my bio link, I'm sure. But yeah, it's funny though, because when I first started TikTok, I was very much into that, making reels and stuff, or skits are they called technically on there, like to songs and all that I was really into. But I have to say that's kind of dwindled a bit. But again, I am in the process of making one for Sonic as well. So I've got something for all platforms. It's just remembering to do it, because like, you know, I'll start a process and I'll do it for one thing. I'm like, oh, okay, and then I forget to like do it for something else. But yes, because there was a time I did a stupid thing and basically TikTok app wasn't working. So I uninstalled it, not realizing you have to back up your drafts. 90 drafts overall, and I had a bit of a moment where I was like, I can't believe I've done that. And now it's like, I have no motivation to do them anymore. Because I was like, just couldn't believe it. It was one I was like working on for like a few years. And I just lost it because I was stupid. I just didn't think. And, you know, I tried reaching out and asking them if they'd help. And they were like, no, you should know that you need to back things up. I was like, well, okay, thanks. Yeah, so that was fun. But, yeah, I've just not really, because, you know, that also encouraged me to do more cosplay, like, at home. And actually, like, find the time to do that. And I just haven't recently. So, but I still use it every now and then. Alright, let's try and crack on with this, because I would like to get this finished for this stream. This is where it gets a bit finicky. Hairs get a wild place. It's because when it curves, it just doesn't really bend as much. Yeah, so maybe just thinking ahead, I might maybe do a couple of, if I can get maybe just a couple of these done off camera, and then I'll come back and maybe we'll start attaching it to the wig head and actually doing that as something different. But that probably won't be for a couple of weeks maybe at most. But we'll see, time is ticking, so we do have to crack on. Okay. I'd say it's coming together fairly nicely. My very good friend has just joined the chat. A bit messy now. Okay. Hi, Dora. Ooh. Your hands are all sticky. Turn the music up a bit, in case it was a bit quiet while I was in the zone. Okay. think I'll give it another half hour, see how we go, because I'm sure people will start turning up in a second. Oh, hang on, is this... Hopefully YouTube don't come for me. I reckon maybe another 4 or 5 and we should be done. Depending on how wide I make them, actually. scissors. Sorry guys, I've just got right in the zone and I've just gone really quiet. But we're making progress, getting there. Ooh, just did it again, whacked the bloody thing. Sorry if you can hear that as well, there is work going on behind us, so. They've been quiet all day though, I don't know why they've just started up now. Oh dear, oh dear. That one went a bit skew with. Okay, this one's decided to go a little off kilter, but we can work with it. Straight ahead. I think I just blew all the wasted hair over the side. Oops. Oh, and also just clarify, if by any chance you hear like a growling sound is the only way to describe it, that is me. When I get into deep concentration, I make a growling noise. It's kind of similar to when people bite, you know, poke their tongue out and bite it. I growl, apparently. But it's weird because I don't do it as often as I used to when I was a kid. It's just always been a concentration thing. But weirdly enough, when I was like in exams or something, you know, seriously concentrating, I never did it. So I don't know if it's a subconscious thing, but just as a side note, because I think I can kind of hear myself slipping into it. Sometimes I'm not conscious of it a lot of time. I've had people like fully, and it's really loud, but it's just so weird, like just a weird habit thing, which is partly why I've been apprehensive about doing live streams, because if I'm not talking and I like, get full on concentrating, then I'm like, I don't want to just be growling the whole stream. So just a side note, because I say I'm actually quiet now, but I can hear myself sort of slipping into old habits. I think about 2 more and we'll be good. I just slipped into it then. I say sometimes I catch myself doing it, other times I've been like so loud and people, my family have like literally told me like, you gotta stop, and I'm like, what am I doing? Just so weird. Like of all like little, I guess, bad habits or quirks to have, I've never really thought of that as one. But yeah, like I say, it's like when you bite your tongue, you might stick your tongue out when you're concentrating. I suppose it's a good sign that I'm actually concentrating, but, you know. Mushroom's hair. I think we should start using some of these up, actually. There. take a few more. I'm just trying to think if there's anything I left out. Yeah, pretty much like updates, like I said. I've got this I'm working on animatics again, which I've been very happy about. And yeah, we got 2 cons this year. Can't say so much for next year. I'd like to think May would definitely be one. But we'll go from there. I think just 2 more pieces and we should be good. Ta-da! I think I just did it again. I'm very conscious of it now. I'm like trying to be wary if I am doing it. Just every now and then it just pops up. I was terrible as a kid, like really bad for it. But like I said, it never happened when I was in an exam or anything. So I guess it's just a subconscious thing. Reinforcing the edge. Almost there, guys. Yeah, it's just a little clean up afterwards, that's all. Right, this one, I think. Oh, it's 2 in 1. We can make that work. And this will be it, guys. Don't recommend doing that, but it was easy. I lied, we might need one more. These don't get very big. Might need some more water. I always get that one hair, it just doesn't want to cooperate. I like this playlist. Okay, I kid you not. I generally kid you not. This is not me. So I literally had free YouTube sounds on in the background, and I presume it's just because of my algorithm. I have somehow landed up on a Sonic music mix to relax, game, and study to. I did not choose this. I swear to you guys. I was literally just like, oh, this sounds good. What is it? Because I haven't looked up at my actual laptop in a while. I just find that funny. That is quite funny to me. It's like, oh, this sounds good. What is it? Sonic. Literally, I'm like, I can't escape you. You can't. Oh, head roll. Yeah, I can't believe that. I mean, I've liked the playlists that have been going on in the background, but I was like, oh, this is a bit more upbeat. Like, what is this? It's freaking Sonic. I don't know if it's just Sonic in name. I don't know if the actual sounds are related. I'm gonna have to cut this one carefully. I'm gonna have to let it dry a bit more. I'm gonna have to cut it this way. Yep, one last bit and we'll be good. I don't know if I can use these. I don't want to waste it. Yeah, it'll be fine. Give this one a nice go. Again, don't recommend doing that. Sorry, I got 2 hands full. To be fair, I shouldn't be fussing too much about under here because you really aren't going to see this, but like I said, I'm a perfectionist. And voila, we actually managed it. We have finished one of our quills. I may yet go over it again if there's some really sparse areas, just so that it's all stuck down. That all looks good to me. Reinforce the edge. And final blast. yeah, guys, I think we're going to call it there. And, yeah, so, ooh, almost. So hard to try not to touch the areas that are still sticky. Because otherwise you get these like little bubbles. Got to be careful of. Especially when touching the whole thing. So I would just say let it dry. But, there we go. We have one quill all done. And to be fair, I mean, maybe if you look really close, you can see where it has like spread out, so you can see the foam underneath, but essentially it's all covered. It's all nice and smooth. Just might go over it again, depending on how, especially if I've got like bits left over, there's no point wasting them, so which country are you from? I'm from England, specifically London. Well, yeah, London's quite big, but yeah, London. Which is why earlier today when I did my post, I was like, it's not EST, which is Eastern time, I believe. So I was like, well, I want to, just in case there are people from other countries watching, I do want to make them aware that it is British summertime that I'm talking about time-wise. So, yes. But, yeah, that's probably better. Yeah, so we have one quill, and that took, so I think what did I start this at 4? So it's taken nearly 2 hours and 40 minutes to do just one. Obviously I was chatting a bit in between, but yeah, and now we've still got 5 to do. But yeah, that is basically the gist of what I will be doing over time. Like I mentioned, I will probably do some of these off camera, and then when I come back, it will be putting them on the wig, and then possibly start putting the top layer on after that. But that's quite a in-depth process. So, but we'll get there, and you know, we've started there. So, yeah, I think I'm probably gonna call it there. I mean, yeah, it's 2.5 hours. So, yeah, guys. So thanks for all of you who did join, and even if you are watching this in the future, I hope this is helpful to you. I hope I answered all your questions, and if you've got any more, feel free to put a video. But like I said, I will be doing a full, not really a how-to, but basically a full completion of the entire cosplay in probably a few weeks when I actually get it finished. Like again, I've said, we have just over a month before con. I'm sure it's 24th of October. So yeah, we've got a few weeks yet. Obviously, if I can get some evenings on this as well instead of just a full day, then yeah, we'll be done in time, obviously. But yeah, it's, as you can see, it's quite a tedious process, but it's the way I've discovered to do it. So yeah. Kind of lost my train of thought there. Yeah, there'll be a full video, so if you have any questions, hopefully that will be answered in that as well. And was there anything else thinking of? So where are we? Tuesday. Off the bat, I want to say maybe the next live stream will be next week. If not, most likely the week after. Hopefully, like as if we don't run into any bumps on the road, because things tend to happen. Yeah, but no, like I said, I'll post about when I'm actually doing it, and it will probably be evening, afternoon time, and most likely probably a Tuesday. So yeah, just so you know for future reference. But yeah, anyway, guys, gotta say, yeah, thanks to all of you who have tuned into this. I do appreciate you. Thanks for all the questions you asked. Hope answered everything you could. Yeah, and I hope wherever you are in the world, you're staying safe, and it's all, God, my brain just went 360. I just literally just went off the bat. Yeah, I hope you guys are all doing good, and that see you in. You're welcome. I appreciate. Glad you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. Like I say, it's kind of hard when you get in the zone and you're just like, just going for it, because yeah, you forget that you've got an audience to entertain technically. That looks like a little claw. Sorry, I get so easily distracted that it's quite funny. Anyway, so yeah, that is basically one done. So yeah, I could bash the others out probably in a few days if I'm lucky, and then it's literally a matter of attaching it to the wig and doing all that. But I will definitely show you guys all that as we go, and I will make a point of recording everything as well. Yeah, anyway, I've rambled on enough. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining. I do appreciate you. I hope you all stay safe and well, and look forward to seeing you on next time. But until then, bye.